Hello YouTubers, my name is Josh for those who have asked me what my name is, and this is my DIY channel Video Epo. A couple of things before we start. I request you to please leave your feedback in the comment section below. By doing so, we can trigger a conversation here on YouTube which can help this channel grow and help me make better content. The second thing is, some of you want a detailed video and some want a very quick and entertaining one. I kind of balance both worlds. Hope you like my videos, so hit that subscribe button while we roll that intro. So what are we making in this video? As a kid, I used to plunge razor blades on my school desk and I used to make a sound such as this. It really annoyed my teachers. Let's do that again. I never imagined that the same concept can be used to make an instrument that could be so soothing and relaxing. Here is the Kalimba. You like its sound, right? So I will show you how I made my Kalimba. I did make a Kalimba with a coconut shell before and I'm really happy how it turned out to be. I did learn a thing or two from my mistakes and I decided to make a bigger one with a wider range of notes. However, last time I did not have a proper audio gear to capture its sound. Let's give it a try with our new Zoom H1 field recorder. Now these vibrating metal strips are called tines. They are available online, but you can salvage one from an old wiper blade. If you are wondering how many of those wiper blades did I sacrifice, actually I didn't. I went to the automobile repair and recycle area and I got these for ₹10 each. Hard part actually was to explain them what I needed and why. Now this is an electrical conduit box available ready-made for ₹40 and I thought I would be using this for making my Kalimba. You can always use this if you are not bothered about its weight, but I felt the walls of the box are made with thick pieces of wood. I prefer making my own version of a box which has got thinner walls. Now the question is, will this resonate? I'm not an expert to tell you that, but I'm going to stick to its size any which ways. Now these are wooden batons and interestingly they are called as reapers here in India. You will not find that word in the popular dictionary, but that is what they are called here, and I'm going to stick to my terminology while I'm making my Kalimba. The required pieces were cut and glued together. Now here is a very cool trick that I learned from Easy Swan's videos on how to glue these pieces together. Two wooden pieces have been nailed to the scrapboard. The distance between the two pieces is just a little over the final required size and it's perfectly squared. Place a piece of paper on it to catch any of the glue squeeze to avoid the workpiece getting stuck to the board itself. Then all the pieces were laid by gluing them side to side. Once the last wooden reaper piece is set, I cut two small wedges and I tapped it on the gap, securing all the pieces nice and tight. This acts like a clamp. Then a weight is added on top to avoid it popping outside, which is not so likely, but just in case. Then the other side pieces were cut and glued as well. While it's drying, let's cut the top part from a 6mm plywood. Now we have a box in similar size to the electrical wooden conduit box, which weighs much lighter. Before putting on the top part, let's prepare the tines and a ridge to hold all the tines in place. By mounting a wood cutting wheel to my Dremel and turning the workstation to 90 degrees, it can be used for cutting wood. I made sure the blade is barely touching the wood, and pushing the wood through it makes a ridge that can support cycle spokes in it. The cycle spokes was cut to length and glued on the ridge. To make the tension rod, I used a piece of steel rod from my leftover project. It was cut, filed, drilled and sanded, but the result was crappy. It was cut, filed, drilled and sanded again. The result was scrappy again. I did that for an entire day. Two reasons. First, poor drill bits. Please use cobalt metal drill bits. Second, the trigger on the drilling machine is almost like a clutch of a vehicle. If you cannot control its speed, you are bound to drive it everywhere, ruining your workpiece. I needed to find a solution and I found this aluminium tube. This aluminium tube is very thin and I assumed it might bend when the tine is applying upward tension. So I filled it up with epoxy putty. The tines can be cut with a simple metal saw. The sharp edges are grinded and a small curl is made with pliers for comfortable playing. Using a hole saw, a hole was drilled on the top plywood cover. Then the top part was glued and was the bridge piece onto its place. Instead of inserting the bolt in the nut from above, the bolt is added with a washer and inserted from inside the acoustic hole. The bolt is fetched through the hole using a screwdriver and a neodymium magnet. Having only two bolts on the edges of the bridge to hold the tension rod was not holding the tines in the center. The center rod curves. It's due to the upward tension exerted by the tines. I guess it is the reason for the bridge on the guitars being curved. To counteract this problem, I simply drilled a third hole in the center of the tension rod and everything was fine. Using rotary tool, a notch was cut in the bottom of the bolt. Now this could be used as its face and makes its operation possible. To give this Kalimba a better finish, wood veneer were glued onto its sides. You can check on the woodworking videos on how to do this, but in short, you will need to apply this synthetic rubber-based glue on both surfaces and let it dry for a while as per the specs. Then glue the two pieces together. I did not intend to paint the top part, but I did it anyways. Once the paint is dry, it was time to insert the tines in its place. Using a guitar tuning app, it was tuned to C major scale. Well, not exactly, but I did try. Let us start playing this and immerse ourselves in Kalimba music. Kalimba music is so soothing and relaxing that I personally feel you should have one in your living room, in your office room, or even in your backpack and start playing whenever you feel like. Music has got something in itself that heals us. It makes us feel a lot better. I hope this video inspires you to make or buy your own Kalimba. Thank you for watching this complete video, and if you like this video, please don't forget to share it with your friends and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back with another video next week. Until then, bye.